A very warm welcome to my series of videos for tips and strategies. I am your IELTS PTE coach, Jackson Abnes, working with Y-Axis Solutions Limited. I welcome you once again to yet another video of strategies that we can implement or practice to make our content better for the PTE module. So let's begin with our journey for today's session. In my earlier video, I have already explained to you about task 1, which is summarization of the written content. In this, I will share with you the insights of task 2, which is an essay. And also, I will get into the minute details of the first type of essay, which we generally term as opinion-based essays. So let's start off with it. Before we begin, let me give you an overall idea of what the essay question will be. Majorly, you will have only one essay question, and the duration in which you need to complete this task will be 20 minutes. Happy? Yes, you should be, because 20 minutes should be good enough for you to complete a task with minimum 200 to 300 word count. Did not think of writing or typing 300, 350, 400 words. With the structure that I'm going to help you today, you will be able to identify and achieve your goal of completing your task in a quality way. The most important aspect of an essay is the comprehension content that you are going to display. Of course, the points like grammar, your ability to produce good sentences, your ability to display good tenses, punctuations. So all this will constitute to your grammar part. But the most important thing that I'm going to share with you today is your structure. Once you understand the concept, the overall layout that you have to prepare, and in that you can put up any content as per your disperse. So let's understand what your opinion-based essay should look like. Now, in order for you to understand what type of an essay is, you have to read the entire question of the essay nicely and carefully. Take a little time to read the entire question. Do not just jump on by reading few phrases, few words in the beginning. Read the entire sentence clearly and carefully. You will come across statements like, do you agree or disagree? You can come across statements like, what is your opinion? And support with relevant examples. You may even come up with statements like, does the disadvantages outweigh the advantages, or vice versa? You might even come across a statement that tells you, does the positive development overweigh the negative? Either of the ways. Try to think this question and see what is it asking to you. It is asking your opinion. What do you feel? Hence, we have to differentiate this from the other part of the essay, and then we have to look forward in achieving our opinion-based goal. For the opinion-based essay, you can have a 4 or a 5 para structure based on what position you are taking in. Generally, we strongly suggest you people to take one stand. Even if you don't feel that you are quite comfortable on that particular stand, but if you feel that you have at least 2 to 3 points that you can talk about, taking one stand will be beneficial. That will avoid a lot of confusions or consumption of the time for preparing the additional material that you require for having a mutual consent. So strongly, I will suggest try to take one stand. You take it positive, you take it negative. That's completely fine with you. But take one stand. That will help you to write only on your point of view. No need of considering the other side. Remember. Now, let's talk the outer part of your essay, how it appears to be. Your essay should be divided into 4 parts. That means 4 different paragraphs. The first paragraph will obviously be an introduction. Remember, introduction plays a vital role for the evaluator, in this case, the computer, to understand whether you have observed the question correctly, you have understood, and then you are writing. In your introduction, you can have the first sentence as your background statement. Say, for example, you have a question line, should computers, or some people believe that computers must be implemented at a younger age, while others argue to it. If this is the opening statement of your question, okay, after that you have, do you agree or disagree to the statement? So that is a later part. But one thing is sure, with that part, you have understood that this is an opinion-based essay. Okay, so let's work on different things at different time. The first thing to do here is see if you can paraphrase this statement on your own. Wherever possible, replace the words from the question. Try to seek out an alternative word or a synonym and replace it with that. People cannot be changed, or you can have the master's word out over there. Some few, okay, so you can have these kind of words. So if I want to slightly make it a paraphrase example for you people to understand the same question, some people believe that technology should be used at the primary age of the child, whereas others argue on it. So I can try to paraphrase this. With the advancement in the technology, it is imperative for people to utilize technology for a brighter prospects and also to improve our economy. This can be my background statement. After that, I will come to my paraphrasing. While there are who believe that technology is crucial if implemented at a primary age for a better prospects and for a holistic development of child, comma, there are others who argue, stating its adverse impact on the health of the children. So this way, I have tried to paraphrase the same question into my own words with eliminating as far as possible words and putting up my keywords in it or synonyms in it. Once I'm done with it, I have to go on to my next statement, which is my thesis statement. Now, this is very important. Please make a note of it. For every opinion-based essays, your thesis play a vital role. Your thesis informs the reader what your stand is. Hence, it is important that in your opinion-based essay, your thesis must contain your position on the topic. So once you finish the paraphrasing, the next statement is your thesis statement, which is, I strongly believe, I completely agree, I agree to this fact. Okay, and then I can put up the sentence, I agree that computers would be advantageous for children at a younger age, and that will make them more brighter and sharper in the educational level and open up the doors of a brighter future. Okay, so I'm taking a positive side. If I disagree, I completely disagree to the statement of the advantage of computers because it may affect the health, especially the eyes of the children by continuous exposure. I just have to mention a quick reason for it. Don't have to explain about anything. I can still continue the same thesis and draw an outline also along with that. That is nothing but, and this essay will discuss in details about my opinion along with suitable examples. Got it? So for your introduction, remember, the first statement can be your background statement, but if not, should be a paraphrasing statement. The next one will be your thesis statement, in which you have taken up your stand, your position. If you want, you can use the third independent statement as an outline. However, I can merge these two sentences together and make it a big complex sentence and explain it further. So I can have two or 3 sentences maximum in my introduction. Please do not start your introductions with the thesis statement. It is mandatory that you have a paraphrasing of the question and then the thesis. Clear? Now let's dive into the explanation part. I have taken my position now. Work on the points that you are going to discuss. Try to think at least 2 major things that you are going to illustrate. Body paragraph 1 will always begin with a topic statement. A topic statement basically means your point that you are going to explain, that makes your opinion stronger and relevant. One of the reasons, there are various reasons, or there are a plethora of reasons why computers should be implemented at a brighter age. To begin with, firstly, it provides a platform for children to learn with fun and entertainment. I have one point. Learning with technology is quite friendly. So children are exposed to various other realistic material by which they can make their concept understanding much stronger as compared to just reading a textbook or a notebook. Give an example. For example, the Baiju application. So you have concept learning that helps children to understand it nicely. There are exercises which are practical in nature. Children can attempt those exercises, understand their errors, once again attempt it so that their concept is understood nicely. This helps the children to get their educational forms strong. This is what is needed in today's era. So technology is a must. Okay, so this paragraph discusses the first point about pragmatic way of learning. I will move on to my next body paragraph. As I said to you, minimum 2 points or 3 points maximum that you can share. One additional point that you want to put it up. With the help of technology, the learning curve is also balanced between the teachers and the students. Interaction, communication is increased, and this generally helps for the evaluators or the teachers to understand the children better and rate or grade their performances. So the communication level increases while the use of technology. Okay, you have additional resources available which the teachers can use to or refer to help the concepts much clearer for the students. Anyway, so audio as well as video. That means audio video aids, kinesthetic use of presentation of the ideas and learning method will help the children to grow confidently in the particular subject. Finally, I will draw my conclusion. Hence, to conclude, by the way of conclusion, to summarize, to recapitulate, I strongly believe that with the use of computers in the near future, children will have a brighter prospects, and that will eventually help to develop the economy of a country. Simple. Or you can just reinstate in other way what you have mentioned in your thesis point. That's all have to be done. This is what your opinion-based essay is all about. You do not have to write and type and keep on typing. 2 paragraphs to explain 2 points. If you want to add up one more, you can do so. So that is something that you can. Now, some people also get confused that the reality is this. So how can we just ignore that? Don't ignore it. If you want, you can just have one more paragraph. While the advantages are more as compared to the disadvantage, which is basically the exposure of the children to the technology. But with the advent in all innovations of technology, there are a lot of substitutes like the anti-glare glasses, like the anti-glare screens for the computers and laptops that will eventually lessen down or prevent the harmful effects onto the eyes of the children. Got it? So you automatically turn down the negative thing also into positive. So one more point you got over there for yourself. So you have to be smart enough to understand what points you're going to put it down and present them confidently. This is the structure for the opinion-based essay that you must practice and you should learn more about it. Okay? So make sure that you remember the strategies. The first one is you either have a 4-para structure wherein you have an introduction, the paraphrasing of the question, followed by your thesis statement and an outline sentence. Next in line will be 2 body paragraphs individually having topic sentences that you need to explain separately in a paragraph. And finally, the conclusion. The next strategy would be to add up one more paragraph to your opinion or to talk something different on the point that you have shared. So majorly work on the 2 points that you have put up as your opinion and just one small liner about the drawback which you try to put it up the other way and also sound it as an advantageous. If you don't want, don't reuse that paragraph. Come down to the conclusion and you reinstate your concluding paragraph with the thesis statement. Hope this sounds a little easier for you, but when you practice, it will be more better and it will help you to develop your points nicely and most importantly, complete your task in that 20 minutes duration. But remember one generic rule. Before you start typing in, on the notepad provided to you with your erasable markers, prepare a mind map on the points that you are going to discuss. This will eventually help you to write down your points or type it nicely. So there you go. Now you have your opinion-based essay examples and structure with you. Please follow it. Make sure that you practice with additional resources and it will eventually help you to boost your skills. I will see you in my next video when I give you the fine insights of the other essay type, which is discursive essay. Till then, happy learning. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye.